Hey, I'm Kev Stone. Welcome back to MotoGP 20 as we're at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. And it's been wet in practice as fog goes at the top by just 400 of teammate Mazia. And then we've got Mino, Finati, Vietti. The Italians seem to be very good in these conditions. We're down in 6th at 10th back, but we did do a 39.2. Unfortunately, that was invalid because we slightly cut the first corner, but there definitely is more pace on the table. Then you've got Antonelli, Suzuki, Lopez, Tuba, Bologna, McPhee, Fernandez, and Sanak in that all-important for the sport. Just like Koffler in 18th. In his home race, they're going to make it through to qualifying 2. So let's see if he was successful then. So who's joining us? We don't know. That's interesting. Well, this is going to be a good mystery then. And the even greater mystery is how I didn't spot that practice 1 and 2 were actually dry. So, the first time this season, Stone had to go through qualifying 1, beat one of the top 4 riders through. So let's show you that then with wet Red Bull Ring. Let's break around 100 still. I know you can actually use the curb on the outside now. It's not raised. It's not got that sausage on the outside as well. I know some corners still are raised with the inside curb, and so you've got to be careful through those. Then break around 100. Very easy to get on the power. And so this is probably going to be our only lap in qualifying, and that's why we're on power 2 trying to push it here. But yeah, this corner's got a raised inside curve, very tricky. So braking just towards the 100 mark. Don't want to be anywhere near that curb. As you're seeing lots of crashes. We had lots of crashing free practice 3, way more than we had in Mugello, which was the previous circuit where we saw many crashes, but that's mainly due to riders being stupid and trying to overtake. This is due to conditions, really. Riders pushing hard, making mistakes. As in this, I was set for that 39 pace at the moment. And of course, in practice, we set that at power 1, so there you're looking to be in the 38s here. As you brake so early for that final corner, earlier than you think. And because the MotoGP can see the curb on the inside of the circuit here, and easy. So joining us through is Mino, 3 seconds back. Fernandez and Cooney as Koffler, no. Bernard Bologna ahead of McPhee though on the 7th row. And then we've got Napa, Paoli and Garcia. Then Tuba way down the order with Binder and Lopez. Then we've got Jason, Onshu and Rodrigo on the penultimate row. On the back row, Vietti and Pizzoli. Very disappointing from Dino, who had a superb race in Bruno though. So we'll see if he has another one. So you get going then for qualifying effort in qualified 2. Once again, maybe only be 1 lap, we'll see. Just depends how well we're doing. It's all a bit wide in the first corner. There's everyone rushing out of pit lane at the beginning of this session. So again, if we do like a 38, though 39, we should be right up there. Which is the target. But it's a bit disappointing that the bike and in there's like no difference from who's that? That's Rossi down. Or was that Sasaki? No, Sasaki went down earlier, but we just passed a Japanese rider. There's like no difference in handling, it feels like, from wet to dry. Oh, you're a bit tricky on the brakes. But you can get on the power again as soon as you want. As we've got Agura down as well. Got everyone falling. I'll have to see if that translates to the race. But you don't feel like the grit's kind of rinsed off here. But again, it is dry conditions overhead, dry in track. Maybe when it's fully wet, like it's actually raining, then there might be a difference, but yeah, it doesn't really feel like it at the moment. As Bowter's down as well. Remember, you've got to take a drink every time someone crashes. Bit of a scruffy that. High 39. Let's do another one. Or not. As it doesn't matter for Stone, no, he's over a second in the penalties on Yamanaka. It's a rare mistake in qualifying there, and that's just hitting the inside curb with it being raised. So most corners we've been looking to slightly go wide of the apex, as you saw we did in our qualifying effort on the first attempt in qualifying 1. And then we've got Foggy ahead of Fanati, now Koba, then Arenas, Mazia, Sasaki, with Tatai round out the top 10, Lugua and Fernandez. On the 5th row, Sanak, Antonelli and Rossi. And on the 6th row, Suzuki, Mino and Cooney. Once again, the Sync 58 boys not qualifying well, but will they charge through in the race? As it is dry, it is sunny for Saturday, or Sunday should I say, as we're going to have fuel on high, because as you see, it is a flat out circuit with tight corners for the bikes. It is basically an oval, especially for these Moto3 machines. I have no idea on tyre wear, so what is temperature? We could get away with soft actually. We might do that then. It'd be soft. What about everyone else? Medium, soft for Yamanaka. Really like you. Medium, soft for Sasaki as well. Are we honorary Japanese rider this race then? No, soft medium for Agura, soft medium for Suzuki, for Cooney. Quite a few mediums as well. Medium soft as well, we've seen quite a lot. Soft for Tuba and Lopez as they fight through the field further down the order. Medium soft for Yeti, medium for Pizzoli, Rodrigo, Jason as well. As we rev it up. And tightly still at the start again. For this 8-lap race in Spielberg. So Fanati down in front. So it's not just in the wet then. We're seeing riders crash all the time, as there's no one on power 2. So breezing back into the top 5 at least. Someone braked early there. So Gura down after battling with McPhee. So who's this one of the Sync 58 riders into the top 3 early on? A superb start. As they try to dive down our inside there, that's why we didn't turn in quite a lot there. It's Suzuki with a superb start. There's a Gura down again. Suzuki with a superb move. Anthony into the top 5. Jason down as well. You've seen all the crashes here in Austria already. And Alonso Lopez. Bloody hell, Vietti already into the points in 14th. From the back. As Anthony Suzuki down. Anthony checking on his teammate. As it is the Nearpod boys at the front, Massey and Foggy, and Anthony, Stone, Mino, Baltas, Fernandez, Namanaka, Alcoba, Arbolino, rounds out your top 10. And no! Both down! No way if Nearpod chucked the race away. What is going on here in Austria? Lopez... What is this? Oh, Mino into the back of Stone. Arbolino down. And Mino through. Cooney into 9th head of Arenas. Coughlin looking for a point on home turf, head of Rossi. And ahead of Rodrigo. There's Onshu down. I have no idea what is happening. Binder in 30 minutes of Sasaki. We got 1.4 second gap behind to Alcoba. Midfield up to 7 of Cooney. Rossi down. Sanak into the top 10 of Arenas. Coughlin outside the points, battling with Tatai. Stone just sitting here behind me, and waiting for the fuel reserves to go back up. Tuba down as well. So there might be an issue with our opponents round here, Milestone. I think they're hitting curves or something. Sanak up to 11th, Suzuki recovering up to 19th with the Tuba. Lopez in 21st. How much of the field do we have here? As Antonetti sets the fuss out. Fogg is still in the top 10. In 10th. Oh, and Antonetti down. Pushing too hard. I was thinking at the outside. It must be the green stuff. If they go slightly right, hitting green stuff, I think they go down. As Vietti's back for the top 5 with Fernandez. Napper's in 4th. Welcome to the 1999 European F1 Grand Prix, where everyone is just going off. Salak in 30 minutes, Fernandez, Binder down. Pizzoni's even looking for a point. Binder battling for the top 6. Well, Stone and Mino just cruise round. Might be time to use Power 2 for the next lap. 1.1 second gap. 3 second gap onto McPhee. Trying to spirit her maybe with a podium here. The experience of the Scott paying off here. It seems like a Salak goes down, unfortunately, after disappointing home race in the Czech Republic. Following up with another disappointing race here. Seems like that third split's not ours. It was in qualifying. As Antonetti up to 4th after his fault. As Tatai down. Get on Power 2. From a points playing position. Mino 37.6. Yeah, we definitely have to get into the fuel reserves now. As Fernandez down. Vetti battling with Tatai over 9th. Fogger into the top 10. Antonelli down again. Suzuki with a 37.5. Mino's got a rocket underneath him. He is flying away from us. Arbolino up to 6th. Suzuki down again. He's having a right Foggy of this race. Has got Fernandez and Trail Sadak down. What is going on here? Pits early into the top 10. 30 up to 6th head of throw, countryman Arbolino. Tatai down again. Stone keeping up. First sector's not ours, second is. Third isn't, 4th is. So, can we like these even splits? Salak down for, I don't know, the 4th or 5th time. By the end of this race, he's going to have visited the gravel more times this race than he scored points this whole season. As we approach the halfway mark of this race. Stone keeping in touch with Mino. But McPhee keeping in touch with Stone, as that's a horrible last couple of corners, Stone. As Arena's down for 4th. Rodrigo up to 4th. Fogg into the top 5 as we head into the second half of this race. A mental race in Austria. Can we go one lap without someone crashing? No, Bit's already down. From a points playing position. Stone, I think, has to settle for a second again. He does just not have the pace of Mino. 3.5 seconds the gap. And you see that fuel estimate at the bottom right. He's going to be all over the place. There's Rodrigo out from the top 5. Oh, the veteran looking for his best result for some time. Down, and so is Pizzoli. With everyone crashing though. They're all just overtaking each other. Through crashes. There's McPhee flying. The Flying Scot. Chasing down a rare podium of Jonas Spirita. See Sal McPhee, no! Commentator's curse. I didn't even know I was in his helmet. You can hear me. As Foggy back onto the podium. There's an Italian sandwiches Stone. As 30 into 4th from 31st on the grid. Stone a couple seconds off the pace. He doesn't care though. He's just surviving this race. Oh, Mino down though. As Foggy does the fastest out 37.4. He's picked his bike up as Mino. But Stone takes the lead. That's an Alfietti down at the first corner. Is there some oil at the first corner we're not seeing? What the hell? There's Arenas in 4th. That's Stone now fighting for an unexpected victory here. You know, she haven't said those words a lot this season, unexpected victory for Stone, but just does not have the pace of everyone. Romino did a crossback. Doesn't it? Doesn't sound like it. I know, you can see he's right on the tail of the Stone. As he head downhill through the left. Everyone else is in their own race. Stone, the lone survivor, the only rider I don't think who's fallen in this race. As we approach the penultimate lap of this, I don't know what to call this Austrian race. As we've got Arenas down for the top 5. Stone just about holding on for Mino. With one of his best laps, 39.4, just a tenth between them. Mino on the outside. Oh, he's hit the curb on the inside. Has the Italian chucked away victory. You saw what happened in qualifying when Stone hit that curve, instantly down. That is what is causing these issues then. Rider's getting too close to that curb. As he's got almost 4-second lead of Stone, as he's got another gift this season. You think back to Spain. And that gift. He's just received one here at the Red Bull Ring as well. Guess they could even be in triple figures leaving here. Just depends where Mazio and Foggy are. And Suzuki as well, as the gap 3.5 seconds. I have nothing to say. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just flatten the curb. That's what you need to do. Have it like this. That's what you need to do, but have it like it's on the outside. That's what you need to do, Milestone. As you got Mino down, because you do need to get close to the curb, like that curb. There's Mino down from 2nd, but he's probably still going to be 2nd as Stone cruising onto the final lap here. Stone steady wins this race. As Foggy does a 37 flat, he's up to 2nd now. But he's down at the first corner. The curb of doom takes down another victim. Sent to the curb realm he has. Where he sees his sausage curbs. And those yellow markings and green concrete on the outside there, everything. It's the worst nightmare of MotoGP riders from the beginning to the 2000s, I reckon. Those and tarmac runoff as well. Oh, that definitely is their worst nightmare. Don't get punished nowadays for going on the tarmac, but you get punished by deadly curves now. So you've got half of that to go. 10-second lead for Stone. Could literally put this in reverse and win. 10.5-second lead. Time is giving up in the bottom left. So you go up the hill and down the hill. Foggy down again. Who's going to finish in second? Who's going to finish at all? As Mino overtakes his fellow Italian, well, overtakes in quotation marks as Stone. And that finally sets a decent one, a 37 in its like, of no 38 and victory. What? Only 2 riders finished. Ourselves and Mino 14.4 seconds back. So a second, third and fourth as fast as that. That was just stupidity, that was. The only thing I can think of the fixes is actually have our opponents ride the circuit properly, as I noticed issues in other corners as well, not just the first corner, watching the replays, or just flatten all the curbs. So you don't realign them, but it gets rid of that major issue. But it seems like they just need to be realigned, looking at how they took all the corners. Like in the thumbnail, you'll see an opponent riding the penultimate corner curb, which caused Suzuki to crash early in the race. That's right, because they're not told to ride that corner properly. Same with the first corner, same with the second, well, the third corner, the hairpin at times. Fourth corner as well, if they hit the inside curb there. Fifth's okay, sixth, it just depends if they hit the inside curve. A couple, they're hitting it and that means they go down. Sometimes they're not though. As you saw with Mino, who survived quite long into the race and it's the only other finisher this race. As does Foggy get anything? In third, Vietti, Arenas, but Fee, Rodrigo, Pizzoli, Antonelli, Napa, Arbolino, Tatai, Suzuki, Salak and Fernandez. Has 22 riders completed that. Got the Austrian ran out the top 22, but the last of the classified finishers, it looks like. Or not classified finishers. Riders didn't complete a lap. Mazia, Bautis, Yavanaka, Rossi, Onshi, Jason, Agua, Garcia, Venati and Paoli. As they do score points. Okay. So Stone leads by 98 points with 7 or 8 rounds remaining now. Mazia in second, 24 ahead of teammate Fogger, who's up to second ahead of Suzuki and Finati. As Antonelli in 6th, Mino up to 7th ahead of teammate Vietti after a superb podium. And just for finishing that race. And we've got Lopez, Arenas rounds out the top 10, but Fee up to 11th ahead of Agua, Yamanaka, Salak up to 14th ahead of Garcia. We've got Fernandez, Arbolino up a couple of places ahead of Alcoba and Tuba. Stone's normally the biggest win because no one else really finished in the major championship hunt, but looking further down, we've got Rodrigo up to 20, but Pizzoli with his first points to season up 7 places to 21st, ahead of Napa with his first points, Paoli down 3, Tato with his first points, Jason down 3, so probably the biggest losers, but be honest, everyone is a loser apart from Mino and Stone from that race. So you got Binder now in 26th, best of the non-point scores ahead of Cooney. Koffler down 3 places as well, probably should have scored home points on his KTM in their home race as well for KTM, remember. Then we've got Sasaki, Rossi, Onshu and Bautis. Now in the team's championship, they're partly by 42 points ahead of GoPro Honda team now with 3 points. They're Sync 58. Then we've got Sky Racing Team VR46 up to 4th after a superb podium, 16 points ahead of Max Racing now. And Ganetta up to 6th ahead of Stray Glitz and Snipers. Trying to Spears up to 9th ahead of KTM and Honda Team Asia. Grassini in 12th, and a number of teams have scored their first points of the season. Skull Rider up 3 places, the biggest winners, up to 13th ahead of Avintia, who are up to 14th, down to 15th are Purcell. And then we've got Green Power and KTM Tech 3, the only teams not to score now. At least from this, we do get some mixed up results and it's shaking up the standings quite a bit in everything. You know, apart from the top.
This rider has been able to impose a frantic pace on today's race, and now he and his mechanics are rightly going to party.
As here's the reputation. I'm surprised it's not negative for everyone it's after that. So we are secure. That's good to know. So do we get any credits as well? Yeah, almost 4 grand. Technical style, we could get a new chief engineer. Let's see. Rosario, we need you next season. Stop trying to join us a season early. We might have to reject some people as well. So we'll refuse you, Edward Harvey, because we've got maximum candidates. and we'll refuse you, Cesar Delgado. Sorry for keeping you hanging. And you, Luigi Rinaldi. And then Oliver Stevens is way worse than that person, so get out of here, Oliver. We'll do the same for the data analysis as well, because you can see we've maxed on this as well. So we can get rid of, well, Smith. And then we can get rid of Go Miller. And then get rid of Gabriel. There we go. So still got 2 weeks to go on the engine front as we advance to the next week. We're heading to the Michelin British Grand Prix, I can definitely say that, around the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain. So we're 2/3 away through the year as well, if you look at the top. So contract search. Oh, is everyone interested in Moto2 now? Not quite. Only the big three, Mark VDS, Intact Grand Prix. Is that meant to be Dynavolt? Or, yeah, it is Dynavolt. And then VR46. But everyone else interested, including, if I look correctly, GoPro. So we could start negotiations on that, but probably not. Are there any personal manager candidates? Oh yeah, everyone's filled up on personal manager candidates as well. Okay, so get out of here, Olich. Get out of here, Franzi as well. And Parker. And then we can get rid of you, Choi, too. So that was something, this episode. Major issues. The strange thing is, Monster haven't released a patch yet for this game. Normally they do that within the first week. This game has been out for almost a couple of weeks now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing from them. Very disappointing to see, especially if you've got major issues like this around, and simple issues as we saw in the replay mode in the camera, when they had top left and top right the wrong way around. Just simple stuff like that as well, that just needs to be amended or fixed. And surely it is not that hard to fix at all. But Stone is gone almost in a stable lead if he just continues scoring points. Can we look at previous season results? I don't think we can, like last season, unfortunately. But if he just continues scoring top fives, titles is. So start watching, and we'll see if we can continue that next time.